Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Find Me Project. I'm your host, Mark. On October 22nd, 2022, Zachary Vidal walked out of a party in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. He has not been seen since. This episode, his aunt, the woman who has been his loudest voice for over 3 years, sits down with us. We're going to talk about the circumstances surrounding his disappearance and timeline. Now, before we get into any of the details of his disappearance, I want to know who Zachary is. Not who he is on a missing persons flyer, but who he is in real life. Cindy, who is he to you?
He's everything to me. Zachary is my nephew. He went missing. Well, he was last seen October 22nd of 2022 at the 7-Eleven in Pottsville. The police had pulled camera footage from the convenience store, and Zachary is seen leaving the store October 22nd of 2022 at 4 p.m.
I want to talk in greater detail about the timeline and the circumstances around his disappearance here in just a second, but I actually really want to focus on kind of identifying, who Zachary is as we lead into that. And I believe I actually saw somewhere where you may have made a statement related to this, where you described him as an old soul with a real gift for music. Can you tell me about that?
Zachary loves music. I guess I'm from my grandfather, playing a guitar. Zachary likes to play a guitar. Music is everything to him. He's very, very, very sweet young man, non-confrontational individual, always smiling, always happy.
Did Zachary have any struggles, meaning things like homelessness?
No, Zachary was not homeless. He lived with his mom, which is my sister. When that first came out, when Zachary first went missing, that was actually written up, that he was homeless. At the time, Zachary was not homeless. 110%, he was not homeless. He was hanging around with homeless individuals, but he was not homeless.
And that's why this is so important, because this conversation we're having today is going to allow us to get these facts out. Mm-hmm. So that's really good to know. How about any mental health challenges?
Yes, he was actually taking medication for that monthly. So with Zachary not having his medication, he becomes an endangered missing person in America. This is very hard for me. Zachary's birthday is this Sunday, so it's kind of like a yucky week for me.
Well, Cindy, to that point, when we found out, and of course when we first received the referral to take a look at Zachary's case, we did see that his birthday was coming up, and we would love more than anything to be able to release this episode and get this out in front of people beforehand.
Yes.
Great. When we talk about his mental health challenges, did he have any type of depression?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
A mission with purpose to find the missing using the power of social networking and cutting-edge technology. We're military veterans, technologists, scuba divers, and relentless seekers. From deep forests to sunken vehicles, from silence to signal, every clue matters. If you've ever felt the call to stand for something greater, this is your moment. This is the Find Me Project.
I'd like to actually start, or have you take me back to October 22nd, 2022. Prior to his disappearance. Can you think of any dates or incidents that may have happened before October 22nd that could have contributed to his disappearance?
No, I cannot.
Okay. So on October 22nd, What is the first event that day?
All I know is I received a phone call days after October 22nd that my nephew did not come home. Like I had stated, he was at the 7-Eleven in Pottsville approximately 4 p.m. on October 22nd of 2022, and he exited the store and he has not been seen since. There has been rumors stating that he was meeting two individuals in Pottsville, two of his friends, and later on we were told that these individuals went to a friend's house that evening. But I know and few of the individuals that stated this were actually at the home. So it's a case of who's telling the truth and who isn't telling the truth. I wish I had those answers.
Now, you had mentioned that he was possibly going to be meeting two friends to go to a house later on that evening. Do you know what they were planning to do at the house?
One of the individuals stated that if let's put it this way, if the dates are correct, one of the individuals stated that they were just hanging there, like listening to music and just talking, hanging out.
Okay. Do you think that they were partying?
I would say just kind of like hanging out, maybe. Okay. I don't want to throw anything out there because I wasn't present, so I don't want to say.
And are these friends or people that were at the house that he went to? Were these friends that the family had seen before?
I've seen one individual before, but the others, I've never seen them in my life.
Okay. And the individuals at the party, have they spoken to the police to your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Have there ever, have you ever felt that there's been any type of foul play or something suspicious going on there?
I think it's very suspicious. I mean, we're over 3.5 years now that my nephew's missing. This is not Zachary's nature. I would be, I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, I thought, oh my gosh, well, maybe he's just out with somebody and he's coming home, or, I held on. I still hold on to hope. But after, time has passed and it's over 3.5 years and I haven't seen or heard from my nephew in all this time, makes me believe that something could have happened.
Now, let's go back to the house for a second. So, he's at the house. When has it been communicated that Zach leaves this house?
One of the individuals told me that they left in the early morning hours, and Zachary hasn't been seen since. I just don't understand why Zachary wouldn't have gone home. Like I'm stating, and if the individuals have if they have the accurate dates, if they're, I don't have those answers. They know the truth, and somebody's withholding the truth here.
Yeah. So, from what has been communicated so far, if let's say that all of the events are correct as described, would Zachary have left on foot that morning from the house?
Yeah. Yes. Or somebody could have given him a ride home.
Now, in one of the we had a record that Zachary may have been spotted walking on train tracks, walking out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Is there any validity to that?
That is not 100%
okay.
factual at this time. It's just not. So,
okay. As far as let's kind of focus on the train tracks for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if walking on the train tracks, maybe to get from point A to point B, was something that Zach did frequently?
That I don't know. He could have. I for what reason? I have no idea what he could possibly have been down on the tracks for. I know some of these individuals were hanging on the railroad tracks, because when I went out searching for my nephew, some of the individuals were on the tracks. And when some of my team members and I went out, excuse me here, searching for Zachary, one individual said, "Are you looking for Zachary?" Now, like I stated before, I've never met this individual before in my life. I could have been out looking for a lost dog, or I could have just been out on a walk. They brought Zachary's name up immediately.
Okay.
That just smacks me in the face. Like, what do you know?
Yeah. And, we also, were able to pull some information where there was a mention that Zachary, there may have been an unconfirmed sighting to the south about 7 miles, and what I'm going to reference is a small city. What are your thoughts to that?
What would he be doing there, and who's he with?
And we know that there are train tracks that link Pottsville to that city. To your knowledge, had he ever walked from Pottsville south to that city?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I would not even know. I have no clue.
And we also had seen some information regarding that there was a potential unconfirmed sighting on Sharp Mountain.
Okay.
Any knowledge or validity to that?
I wouldn't know if he was up there either. I know years ago, as a teenager, he was up in that area, partying with teenagers at the time. As an adult, I don't know if he was there.
Okay.
It's a party area where the youngsters go and hang out and drink alcohol and things like that. I was up in that area searching with my team members. Pottsville Police Department actually did a search in that area as well.
Okay, so that was going to be one of my next questions. When we look at that city to the south and Sharp Mountain, I know you just said Sharp Mountain, some of that area was searched. How about the city to the south?
A lot of that area was searched by the Pottsville Police Department.
Okay.
It was actually a group that came in from out of state and also joined in a search as well. But nothing.
Okay. And the train tracks, even outside of those two locations, let's say the train tracks leading to those locations, were the entire tracks searched as well?
Yes, by the Pottsville Police Department and by myself and my team members.
Okay.
Numerous times.
When you think about the geographic location, any bodies of water that concern you where you feel like they need to be searched?
Absolutely.
What are they?
One would be near Tuscarora. Another would be in Indian Run.
Okay.
When you have now the reward for Zachary, now the private reward is up to $7,000. So that reward is to lead us directly to Zachary. Give us a location. There's also reward through Pennsylvania Crime Stoppers. So these rewards have been sitting here for 3.5 years. You think that somebody would say something.
All right, so I just want to take a minute and say thank you for being here. If you know something, now is the time. Zachary Vidal has been missing since October 22nd, 2022. His family has been waiting for answers for over 3 years. If you have any information, even something that feels small or insignificant, please send it our way. You can remain 100% anonymous through every channel that I'm about to list. No detail is too minor. A sighting, a conversation, a memory from that night, anything you know could be the thread that brings Zachary home. Now, I want to give a word of thanks to Cindy. Thank you for having the courage and the strength to join us here at the Find Me Project. You have been Zachary's voice through all of this, and you have never stopped fighting for him. This community stands with you and with everyone who loves Zachary and is waiting for him to come home. Now, I want to talk about the different ways that you can send us information. The first way is by visiting us online at thefindmeproject.com. You can use the submit a tip feature and submit that information to us and remain 100% anonymous. You can also send us an encrypted message on Signal. Our username is thefindmeproject.22. You can send us an email at find@thefindmeproject.com or through any of our other social media platforms. You may also send that information to the Pottsville Police Department. Their contact information is 570-622-1234, or you may contact the Pennsylvania Crime Stoppers toll-free at 1-800-4PA-TIPS or 8477. They also have an online process for that as well. Now, what happens next? 1, the open source intelligence gathering will begin or amplify. Our teams in the Guardian Angel Task Force will immediately begin gathering open source intelligence on Zachary's case, building on the work already underway. 2, actionable intelligence development. Our number one goal is to develop actionable intelligence that gives us a specific, defensible search area, the foundation for any physical deployment. Once search parameters are established, we will deploy for a land or water-based search if we have that intelligence to back it. Every operational decision is driven by data, not assumption. And the final, we will update Zachary's case blog on our website as the investigation progresses. The community will know what we know. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Find Me Project.
Left the light on by the window like I always do, just in case tonight's the night you finally come walking through. Ooh. I replay our last conversation, searching for a sign. Every stranger's face I see, for a second I think it's thine. Where did you go? Just an echo in the silence. I'm holding out hope against the odds, against the science. I'll keep a space for you right here inside me. Ooh. They say that time's a healer, but the clock just stands so still. Every sunrise is a question mark upon a lonely hill. Where did you go? Just an echo in the silence. I'm holding out hope against the odds, against the science. I keep a space for you